You know, that was actually a really hype set.
I mean, anything with Dragon, just to be able to watch competitors at this level, you have no idea what they're going to be capable of and what we're going to get to see. But Deoxys getting clipped by the EXL Spark. Wow, and the hit confirmed the follow. So good.
And the overhead works. Oh my goodness, Dragon. This vortex is ridiculous. Into a throw. That's going to be 16%.
Coming out swinging like McGregor, just immediately melting Deoxys' health. Now he's kind of sitting comfortably, just gonna let the Hell Sparks roll and do the rest of the damage. A quick first round for Dragon.
We'll see what Deoxys has in store here. I know Deoxys wants a lot more than just a top 8.
And the best thing about Dragon with that imposter Shinnok is his use of that shoulder charge. He just seems to know when to do it and always keeps a bar meter just in case he has to keep it safe. Because Deoxys was waiting for that jumping punch and got blown
That
up by
was
it.
such a ballsy poke out by Deoxys, challenging that vortex.
And he's going to need to challenge
this.
a lot of that stuff, though. If you really think about it, Jacqui hits like an absolute truck. And you see, they're disrespecting those frames. That's the best way to get the momentum in your favor. Very nice use of the stagger there. Just going to keep his distance. No reason to really... Oh, no, he spent to both bars. Now, forward or back? Oh, he's going for chip?
And there it is. Deoxys just falling there after getting a little bit of momentum and some heavy damage. Dragon able to take that one away from him. Dragon is up 1-0.
That was a little bit too close for comfort there in that second round. Deoxys looked like he had the breath of fresh air to be able to maybe close out that round. Wasn't expecting Dragon to just kind of end the pressure there and went for the downward shoulder charge for chip out instead, which was smart. Maybe he was one step ahead of there, but now Deoxys immediately getting off Jacqui, going straight back to what seems to be mournful Kitana.
Deoxys, you know, granted he plays a lot of characters. It's probably good to say he's a Kitana main, so we'll see. He is going Assassin, though.
Oh, he is going to go Assassin. Okay, so he's going to keep his distance. That parry could be of use, but he needs to establish a threat early on. Dragon, obviously no stranger to this character. Going to be a lot harder to open him up, but Deoxys getting a back grab on him, going to keep his back in the open space. Very smart move. But Dragon, you take a look at his patience. Waiting for the right time to hit him with that shoulder guard.
And the run-up throw. Oh no, and just missed the ensnare fan. And a very good catch. No mix.
That is not a drop I want to make. Deoxys could have closed out this first round, but he gave Dragon a breath of fresh air. He needs to be way more on points. He might want to consider breaking here, but he's going to save his meter, of course, for that X-ray. If he chooses to use it, nobody spends the bar. And that forward two. Just clipping Dragon, and Deoxys taking the first round, has the meter advantage, and has the positioning advantage. Very smart. But Dragon is going to stay patient.
We've seen Dragon in many clutch situations able to just close it out when you think he's not going to make it. Oh, and a very good catch by Deoxys right there, getting him out of the teleport.
Getting that max damage in there into the hard knockdown, and here comes some nice little plus frames, but you see Dragon disrespecting and trying to make it his third as quickly as possible. And what's the next? Gets clipped by the back three. Gotta watch your head. This is just a blender.
And another overhead.
Again. Go. And you see Deoxys knows he does not have the meter. At the very least, going to make it. Just build as much meter as possible for that third round if it comes to it. And it's just not going to take any risks.
Okay, he's got to make a decision now.
He can still make things work here.
Drop the combo, but is that it? Very good catch by Deoxys there. Dragon does have breaker. He just got stamina back. Okay, he's not.
My God, that unbreakable damage is so good. That was
ridiculous.
So smart by Deoxys. That was crazy. That was absolutely insane.
There is a new.
I mean, Good awareness by Deoxys right there. That actually makes me smile because that was clutch against one of the most clutch players in the game. That was absolutely clutch. You know, he had the read on the interactable, and he actually caught him out of it and was able to say, you know what, I got this unbreakable damage. And at first, Dragon didn't have stamina because he used the interactable, and so right when that stamina refilled, it was too late. He was already going into the unbreakable, and Dragon dies with 3 bars, and now we're going into a Royal Storm versus Assassin matchup.
You know what? We kind of saw this coming eventually, especially after what we saw last match. Immediately off of Imposter, back to Royal Storm, who really is the character that he's normally sticking with, at least out of the game. But that down 3 in the Rising Blades, the Dragon special, works 60% of the time, every time. And they're just going to be trading these fans. Throws Blanche, getting her out of the way.
Oh, that's the
whiff. Blanche.
That was so good by Dragon, just spacing it out and making that entire string whiff.
We go, and the master of stagger. Dragon going for the little bits of damage, not too worried about for the big hitting combos. He knows he's patient enough to let the small hits count. Go clips him with the forward damage. Very day and night performance by Dragon so far, but Deoxys not out of it just yet. At the very least, I know he's going to want to try and switch positions here if he can make it happen, but Dragon's going to spend that bar, get the chip out, build a little bit of extra meter.
Round 2, fight.
Oh, and that float might have actually just saved him with the 1-1-1 right through the float. Very smart by Deoxys, stopping Dragon in his tracks. And the Assassin won to close out that combo.
A lot of Kitana matchup knowledge here. Both of these players knowing this character inside and out. And Dragon just caught him with the jump. Oh, and a very good just wake up buttons.
That was so savage. But you know, at the same time, Dragon's been really kind of off with his meaty setups, and Deoxys smelled it a mile away. And again, just disrespecting it. I like it. It's working. Why not?
Sometimes you know, cancel characters and anything of the like. You just got to challenge it sometimes and say, you know what, your execution is going to have to be on point if you want to do this. And Deoxys is doing a very good job of that right now.
Keeping the distance. Deoxys running right in, stopping Dragon from getting that fan lift off. Dragon's going to keep his meter, knowing that it won't do too much damage, but the follow-up into that chip.
Oh, and almost got that conversion too.
And the reversal armor, very smart. Deoxys on the verge here.
Oh, and a very good throw. That had to be max range. That reach was so far. Challenges the float. Dragon does have an X-ray, but he wants to get him at least past 50% before he lets that thing rip. Oh, and a very
goodness. Letting it rip.
Deoxys right now. Okay, up 2-1 on the man Dragon, and finally, we don't have a 3-0. Finally, thank you to.
Well, he's sitting. That is now 2 games for Deoxys. He's on the verge of beating Dragon early on, which is really going to be saying a lot. Moving on farther into tonight, because as we saw, Tweety was eliminated by Rewind. So now those points for the finals, he's being deprived of all of that. If Dragon ends up being deprived as well, that's going to shake things up way more than what we were expecting. So if this upset happens, that's crazy.
Dragon and Sonic right now are tied, and Dragon's still in this thing. Or I'm sorry, Sonic is still in this thing. Dragon's got to, you know, he doesn't want Sonic to have a better place than he does. And a very good crouch right there into the 4-2. Oh my goodness, and again.
Dragon on his last ditch ever, switching to Bone Shaper, which we rarely see. But Deoxys with these clean punishes. This is a tough opponent to beat. Deoxys in the driver's seat right now. 2 bars to work with, gonna immediately break, spare him that extra damage. But his meter management has been so on point. Finally puts the parry in there just to keep himself at a significant advantage. Dragon putting his back into the corner, away from the corner.
Interactable into the 4-2. Parry, that thing is so scary. I didn't mean for that to happen, but it did just rhyme. And Hell Sparks, meter burns. Dragon almost has a bar back. Health is essentially even.
Now, obviously, being that Shinnok has that forward 4 to work with.
Oh my goodness, that was so good.
That parry by Assassin is really not going to be too much of a threat because parries do not. The parry does not parry rolls.
That's
so that
right.
forward 4 is still very much a threat.
And that down 4 into Hell Sparks, as we all know and love. It is a thing.
Why is it a thing, though? Why is Paulo cursed us with down 4 Hell Sparks?
Oh my goodness, that conversion, almost.
Dragon apparently just seeming to start to wake up here. But Deoxys not ready to give it out yet, and there's that 4.
And very good.
Minimal threat by that parry. Now here's the thing, Dragon is locked in to Bone Shaper. So Deoxys can make a switch to any variation he wants. If that parry's not working, why not go for Royal Storm? Why not go for Mournful? Bone Shaper doesn't have the teleport, so the threat is pretty much gone.
Like you said, I mean, right there at the end of that match, we saw Dragon use the forward 4 to interrupt that parry and actually close out the match. Oh, wait a minute.
Mistaken, not a bad idea. We've seen him play Sector in the past, and he does have a pretty decent Sector, but for Dragon to be able to beat Fox's Sector, that's a ballsy pick to make.
Absolutely. But, you know, this man is picking Kitana against one of, you know, the best Katanas.
That is true. That is very true. You see there, he's going to go with Royal Storm. He's going to move away from Assassin, knowing the parry really just is not going to be a threat here. But he's still sitting up. I believe it's 2-1 right now for Deoxys. That was the first match that Dragon won.
This is it.
So
we're finally in a game 5. Finally.
Oh, it is 2-2. Wow, so this is a game 5 situation. I didn't even notice.
Oh, and just put himself in the corner there. Caught him with the low. Deoxys running away with this thing pretty quick.
Look at all of this damage. They'll still have some meter to work with. The down 2. There's all those staggers. You see Dragon's just frantically trying to get Deoxys away from him. Waking up again, going for the Hell Sparks. Going to whip back 3. Going completely unpunished. Deoxys. Going for the
Deoxys on set point to move on to top 4. Dragon's really got to find
this. Is just going to sit back. In a perfect world, he's going to save up for that extra.
Oh, and he went for the interactable. For some reason, decided to go in, despite having the first round won. Had a lot of the stage behind him and a good crossover. Very nice.
No, here comes that clean jump, and you're going to see a lot of juicy damage. Dragon, no meter to break here. Into a nice little setup there. Goes into the grab, looking to even out that life lead, and you see, look at his meter right now. Barely's almost working on, was working on almost 3 bars, but now going for the breaker, sitting on nothing.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god.
No
okay. Please. Deoxys is so good with that. Recognizing on Oki. Oh my goodness. Okay. Alright. Alright, Dragon.
I respect it. I respect it. I respect it. That was a goofy looking hit confirm, but nice and easy. And here comes another hit confirm.
There it is again.
No, that's 24% off those down ones. Yeah, I guess so.
Hey, nerf Shinnok down 1, please.
Yeah, please.
Too much damage.
Paula, what are you doing, man?
down 1 and forward 4. Deoxys falling apart here. He does have 2 bars.
And he's just watching this set just leave his hands. He needs to be careful. The down 1 whip, but no punish.
Okay, he does have another bar to work with.
Oh, there's going to be a lot of damage.
Shot. Oh my goodness. 45% already, and we're not even done. 49%.
He doesn't have a bar to work off with. This could be chip.
And that's going to do it. Deoxys is moving on to top 4 after that game 5 with Noble Dragon. Jesus Christ, that damage.